Episode 4 is called The Company We Keep. It's just such an interesting episode because obviously Jamie and Claire are talking about what to do with the baby that they've taken from the Beardsleys.
Do you want wee Bonnie?
And it opens up an interesting conversation because Jamie and Claire have never raised a child together.
Right.
You know, Brianna was not raised by Jamie, and that's a big regret of his. And here's a chance to raise a baby together. It's not ours, but doesn't matter. We'll love it. It will be ours.
If you think about Outlander, you know, Claire was raised by someone not her parents. Roger, you know, Fergus.
Yeah, that's our theme.
It really is the theme of the book. So what does it matter? And when Jamie says maybe we can do this, it just goes right along with why not, you know?
But I think it surprises Claire also. It's, you know, it's a great sacrifice that Jamie says, I want to do this for you. One would think she might say, of course, and we have to take this baby in, but in many ways, Claire thinks, you know what, we have a good life right now.
Love our life.
And you don't need to add something to that, which I think is a really unique perspective.
One of the things we wanted to do with this season is keep Bonnet alive. It was tough because they don't interact, but we wanted to keep the cloud of Bonnet alive in their thoughts. So we used a device of plopping in scenes where we can to show what Bonnet's doing and what he's up to. But it also ties in nicely with what Bree is now, her struggle now that she knows that Bonnet is alive. Even though she's safe at Fraser's Ridge, you know, she's hundreds of miles from Wilmington or really population because, you know, it's out in the middle of, it certainly was out in the middle of nowhere back in the day. But the haunting won't go away. That's not 100 miles away. That's right there in her head.
Her arc in this season is trying to figure out how to survive. You know, we didn't want to just have that trauma go away after the first season, after last season, you know, but it's a constant reminder, as you said, and, you know, every time she looks at her husband, every time she looks at her child, it's a constant reminder, and to feel that he's possibly alive at this point now is terrorizing for her.
I can't help you if I didn't get what you're thinking.
The reason she chooses not to share it with anyone is she really feels like I should be strong enough to deal with this and not ask for help, and she's struggling with the best way to move forward.
A wee bit of a misunderstanding on our arrival.
And you cleared it up with our whiskey.
When in Rome, do as the Romans do.
This is the perfect example in this episode of, you know, you can read all you want about history, but when you're actually faced with a situation maybe you've read about or a similar situation, how you deal with it is completely different. Jamie sends him out to do something, and he doesn't do it according to how Jamie would do it.
Let's face it, who's going to live up to the Jamie Fraser standard? He is the king of men. So everybody else, at the best, is the prince of men.
Yes.
You know, he's never going to live up to that. He's never going to be that guy. And I think Roger knows that. And he's just trying to struggle with, I'm going to be who I am. And then hopefully one day your father will respect the fact that I love you more than anything. Yes, I may have, you know, I was slightly tardy in arriving to River Run, but, you know, things happen. We look past the fact that Roger made it from, you know, New York back to River Run on his own. So he had to be a capable enough man to make it in those times back to River Run. Jamie makes a comment to Tryon in episode 1.
Sings like a bird, but no one for shooting.
It kind of sums up how Jamie feels about Roger.
Exactly.